Hello guys, as we get the last sun rays of today in London, we're gonna take some street photography. I've got the Sony A7R III as always, but today I've got this Sony lens, which is a 24 to 240 millimeters. I'm gonna go into POV mode. We're gonna start the vlog right now. Oh yeah, and as we take photos, I'm gonna guide you through this lens as well. We're gonna review it a little bit and give you some of the key features. How beautiful is this town? Come on. I've got a shot here already. Lowering down, we are in London Bridge, guys. 24 millimeters on. Focus on this logo there. Oh, sunset, golden light. As I'm starting to take photos, I'm gonna talk to you about the focal range of this lens. So this is 240 millimeters. Wow, we go to manual focus actually. We switch so we can play with this stuff. And there it is. That's my focus there. Through this grate. Nice. So, I was saying this is a 24 to 240 millimeters by Sony, so it's a zoom lens, and that's the focal length we get on the lens on a full frame camera. If you use this lens on a crop sensor camera, APS-C, basically you get a 36 millimeter to 360 millimeters. And I'm quickly going to show you the difference between 240 millimeters and 24. So this is all you can get in a single lens. It is an E-Mount Sony lens. I'm not sure if I can actually take photos in these buildings. Usually they kick me out. And in terms of ring at the front, that's a 72 millimeters if you want to use a filter. This one in the middle of the road. That looks sick. Wow, check this out. Wow. There's so much stuff here already. There's some symmetry here going on with this building. And we get a bit of shade and a bit of sun over there. We can also do portrait. You can zoom out a little so to get more windows. Oh, I love it. I also like the graffiti here. We keep the pole in the front of the lens to give some depth. Look at this pub sign with the golden leaves hit by the sun at the back. Wow. Okay, we got St. Paul Cathedral over there. There's a nice pub over here, which we can take right now. Actually, portrait as well. And then St. Paul, I want to get it from here actually. So a shot, oh, look at that boat. Nice. And St. Paul is right there, so we might get it from here a bit wider through the bars. All right, I'm gonna give you these guys. Look at this symmetry. There's two pigeons over this pole there. And we're gonna take them with the shard in the back. Oh, this is nice too. Bit of bus. Okay, we got this nice frame of the bridge, which I want to get, and I'm going to focus on the frame itself, not at the back. So as I'm taking this landscape photo, guys, I want to talk to you about the angle of view you get on the lens. And at 35 millimeters, like right now, on a full frame camera, you get more or less 29 degrees of angle. So this is what you will get. But if you put it on a crop sensor camera, and I can fake that here, you get more or less 19 degrees, which is this. So again, you have a big crop. Okay, a bit of sunrise here. I love the city. Check this reflection out. Okay, let's try to take a photo of those two guys over there. You see how far they are? But check it here. Oh, I'm going to show you. This is interesting of London. Shakespeare Globe. So that's a reconstruction of the actual theater that Shakespeare Company built. But that burned down, so they rebuilt it here, which is actually a wrong location. But there it is. Lovely alley here with a pub sign. Wow. Nice. As it's getting darker here, and we found that nice alley which was quite dark, let's talk about the aperture. So this lens can go from 3.5 f-stops to 6.3. Now the closest iris, it's f-stop 22, and that's of course at 24 millimeters. But when you go to 240 millimeters, completely closed aperture, you get to 40 f40, so very, very dark. And we're gonna test it out. Okay, let's get some of this nice light with people walking on the bridge. This is f6.3. So we can zoom in, that's what you get. As I was talking about the aperture, the iris here is actually made of 7 different blades. You can't really see them because they're so far away from the front of the lens. But I put a reference with the 85 millimeters so you have an idea. And it's called circular aperture. So the blades create literally a circle inside the iris to make the bokeh smoother, but also the vignetting. Let's go 240 millimeters on the Tower Bridge. And drop the comment here if you know why it's called Tower Bridge. Classic shot of the Millennium Bridge. Oh, how about this lady through the glass? So, about my question on the Tower Bridge. If you said it's called Tower Bridge because of the 2 towers, that's the wrong answer. It's called Tower Bridge because it's nearby the Tower of London, where the jewels of the crown are kept. In terms of focal distance, and by the way, check the sky now, guys. In terms of focal distance, you can start focusing on a subject at half meter away, 80 centimeters away, and I'm looking for the right subject to do so and to show you how far we can get, or actually how close we can get to the subject. Finally found the photo for you to show you the distance we can get from the subject, and I'm gonna keep this sign of the street in focus in the foreground with the nice van and the London Eye at the back over there. This is as close as I can get. Actually, I'm at probably, guys, 15 centimeters from the K here of the text. Let's put it that way. Yeah, let's say 30 from here, and the K is in focus. So yeah, if you push the zoom at 240 millimeters, the closest you can get is 80 centimeters from the subject, basically. And I want to talk about the dimensions and the weight of the lens as we keep walking. And we got 80.5 millimeters in terms of, the diameter here, and the width, and 118.5 in terms of the length. The weight of the lens is 780 grams. Oh, this is a great photo of this man amongst the swans. So I need to push now the ISO really, really high, and we're gonna see how the lens reacts. I see a lot of noise already there, so keep that in mind if you want to pick this lens. We have another banger classic here with a cityscape over there, but as we had some issues and grain with the high ISO, let's try to do long exposure photography in this way and see what happens. So I'm gonna place my camera here to keep it steady, and I'm going to shutter speed 3.2 seconds. So with long exposure, actually, the photo is not bad. Looking good. Yeah, let's take another long exposure photography. I mean, look at this thing. I'm actually manual focus now because it's more accurate, and I'm focusing on the bridge right there. Okay, I want to test the noise again here, so I'm going to use a shutter speed like a normal shutter speed, but I need to push the ISO a lot to get something out of here, and I like these reflections. I've got an extra long exposure photo on the bridge. We'll wait for a bus and see if we can get some light drawing or not. Do it. Oh yeah, love the lady taking the photo still with all the lights in the background. One more thing I want to test, guys, is the distortion of the lens at when you got the wide angle on. So 24 millimeters. I've got this nice structure here with the skate park next to the National Theatre. I mean, we've got really straight lines at the top, and this is the shot. So checking the photo, actually, distortion is not too bad either. Of course, in the center, again, it's better, it's straighter, the image, but at the top and the bottom of the lens, it's a bit more visible, but it's not too bad. Just found this nice photo, this lady having an ice cream through this lovely red circle here. That could be an interesting one. I think I'm gonna keep it quite long, maybe 70, manual focus to make sure I nail it, and wait for the people and go. I got a bit lower actually. I just go a bit wider and get some of the lights. But I'm actually getting further away and zoom in a bit more, which I really love, the bokeh. Okay, one of the last shots here, guys. Bridge, embankment bridge. Walking home on this lovely bridge, lovely night, amazing city. So I'm done with the vlog, I think, and the photography. Hope you enjoyed, and hope the video was helpful in terms of knowing more about the lens itself. And I'm gonna give you quickly my opinion, which is it's an okay lens for me because I'm used to professional gear. So I really didn't like the noise of this lens, especially when you go to darker environments. So personally, I wouldn't buy it. But if you're a traveler and you need an all-rounder, so a lens you want to carry with you, which is a wide angle but also a huge zoom, that's definitely something you can consider. Price-wise, I think it's not too bad. It's £450 if I'm not wrong. So with that budget, you can get it just one lens and cover everything you need. You've seen the photos. Let me know in the comment tab what you think, if I'm a bit too harsh with it. When I can, I used to carry at least 2 lenses with me, f2.8. This starts from f3.5 and it's a variable aperture. So it goes, as we said, from 3.5 to 6.3 minimum. So that's all up to you guys and the content you shoot. But anyway, I hope you subscribe, hit the like button, and you know what to do. I'll see you in the next one.